Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Eaton and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2024 Ford Escape Active. The Active is a new trim level that actually replaces two trim levels for the model year. That of course being the SE and SEL trims, which of course meaning that this is going to be the basic trim level for the Escape model. Now, with that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford, who is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, for giving me some time with this one today. This particular Escape is finished off in Carbonized Gray Metallic over the Ebony Unique Cloth interior. With that being said, starting things off here, you do have a standard grille in the front, which as you can see looks pretty nice. And of course, you have the Ford oval right there in front and center. As you can see, this one here does come with standard LED daytime running lights and standard LED headlamps. Fog lamps are not included in this one, but they're optional. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started. This vehicle does come with a couple of buttons here, such as your lock, unlock, your trunk release, and your panic alarm. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the interior. Of course, as we make our way towards the door, as you can see, this does have your smart key access system. As long as the vehicle is locked, all you have to do is just simply put your hand right here. The vehicle will indicate unlocking, and you'll be able to jump on inside. Upon coming in to the door panel here, as you can see, you do have some very soft, not soft rather, but you do have your injection molded plastic here. You have some soft rubberized material here. As you can see, you do have your child window lock there, your power mirrors, power windows, and of course you do have some storage space down here, something that you can put here with a small cup and some very small items, of course. All right, with that being said, to start the vehicle up, all you have to do is just simply have your foot on the brake and the button to start. All right, with that being said, starting off here, you have a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel, which is pretty nice and soft feeling on your hands. You do have some controls on the left and right sides. Left housing your cruise control settings, as well as a safety feature here. And then of course, you do have buttons for your audio, as well as your hands-free voice for your Bluetooth. Coming over to your right, you're going to have controls of the menu, and then right here you're going to have hands-free telephone and a back button and a forward button also for your audio system. With that said, we do have a fully digital gauge cluster here, which as you can see looks pretty nice, and it displays a few things such as your coolant temperature on your left, your fuel range on the right, your current speed right there, as well as an icon of the vehicle, odometer reading, and of course your current temperature outside. You also have your gear selector right there, and of course it's actually going to give you your miles to empty right there. Now with that said, here are some little bit of information that you might want to know, such as your time elapsed, current miles driven, average fuel economy, and of course how much was driven with cruise control. With that being said, as we go to this section here, you're going to be able to kind of see exactly what pops up on here on the driver information center. So starting things off, you do have what we just went through, your trip to information, fuel economy, eco coach, which basically gives you a grading score of how well you're doing economically. And then as we go to the menu, you have my view, trip/fuel, status information, vehicle maintenance, audio, phone, and settings. Coming over here, we do have a standard 8-inch infotainment display, which looks pretty nice. And of course, as you can see, it does have the Sync 4 system, meaning that of course you're going to have the latest and greatest technology from Ford. Now you can see this is currently on AM radio. This is going to be where you'll see your sources. So with that said, you can kind of tap on that and you can kind of see your different sources for your audio, such as AM, FM, Sirius XM, as well as Bluetooth audio. With that said, you have your different preset stations right here. You do have your audio section here. Phone, of course, add a phone. Apps, find mobile apps. Of course, make sure you have your phone connected for that. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, as well as mobile apps help. Settings such as your radio, add phone, sound, vehicle, clock, general, display, connectivity, vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, 911 assist, and valet mode, as well as features such as your different drive modes, driver assistance, owner's manual, and record feedback. So you go to drive modes, for example, you're going to have a few such as normal, and it displays a very nice little graphic of what it looks like in normal mode. Eco, Sport, I like that, that's pretty cool. And then this one is called Slippery. So kind of a nice illustration from each and every single drive mode. So I'm gonna go back to normal. Driver assistance is going to give you information about your driver's assistance that comes with the vehicle, such as traction control, lane keeping assist, in this case your lane keeping alert /aid, pre-collision assistance, rear view camera delay, a blind spot information system, cross traffic alert, cross traffic braking, and driver alert. Owner's manual is going to allow you to go through your owner's manual in the vehicle rather than, of course, through reading the physical book itself. And then record feedback is going to allow you to go back and kind of listen and hear anything that was, of course, recorded in the vehicle. Now, with that being said, we go back to the current main menu here. Coming below that, you do have your volume knob and tuning knobs. Of course, you do have this button here, which is going to allow you to change up some audio settings, which is pretty cool. You do have a play button, you do have a back and fast forward, and then this button is going to, of course, display the time and day. It's going to turn the display off, and then the display comes back on. Of course, you do have two air vents right below that. Your passenger airbag indicators right there. You have dual zone climate control. You have automatic air conditioning, rear and max controls for your airflow, your positioning of where you want the air to be flowing to, recycling, whether you want the AC on or off, maximum air conditioning. Of course, you do have your fan speed adjustments right here. And then coming right below that, you have a little area where you can put your phone to be charged. You have a standard USB-C and USB, as well as a 12-volt power outlet right here. Pretty nice to see. You have two cup holders here. And as we come to this right here, this of course does have your standard 8-speed automatic transmission. And when you put it into reverse, it does have a backup camera with guidance lines. And the lines do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have a top-down view as well. With that said, you have your electronic parking brake. Of course, parking brake is on. To go down, it's going to deactivate that parking brake for you. Of course, with that being said, you have your auto stop start function, your drive modes that we just talked about, and this is going to be for your traction control. As you come right here, you do have a very decent sized, modest sized rather, glove compartment with a decent amount of storage space, of course. And of course, you can see the stitching here looks really, really nice as well. Very good attention to detail there. As you come up to here, of course, you do have your visor, with a mirror and lights. You do have a sunglasses holder here. Pretty cool to see. As you can also tell, this one does have your controls for when you open the doors, your lights right here, of course, which is pretty nice. And then as you come back over here, you do have a couple other buttons right over here, mostly for your headlights, your trip computer information, as well as to open up the tailgate. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this vehicle. Materials do carry over into the back of this one. As you can see, you have this kind of unique cloth interior, which is pretty nice, and it is premium feeling, so it doesn't really feel or look cheap, but it is not that bad at all. Now, as you can see, you do have a single seat pocket here right behind the front passenger. You do also have rear vents. You do also have two USB-C ports down there in the middle at the bottom, and then you do have a powered armrest with two cup holders. This one here does come with the Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, making it easier to put your fuel in the vehicle. It does take 87 plus octane, and of course an illustration of how to do it as if you're using an actual fuel tank. Of course, every trim level, with the exception of this one, does come with LED taillights. You have your Escape naming spelled out, your active logo right there. But let's go ahead and check out automatic liftgate. As you can see, you have a very good amount of room in here, which is very, very nice to see, of course, if you want to put a lot of stuff in. If you're going to be going to the grocery store, if you're going to be going on a road trip or something, you should be able to put a good amount of stuff in here, which is pretty nice. You do have a USB port in the back here, which is, or see, not a USB port, a 12-volt power outlet back here. You do have some space over here. Of course, as you can see, underneath, you do have a spare tire. And when you're done, just tap the button right here, and it will close automatically. Since the Active is the base model, as you can see, this one here does come with a set of Michelin Primacy wheels, and as you can see, they do look pretty nice. These are measured at 225 65 R17s all the way around. And of course, since this is the base model, you do get the black plastic mirror caps, and they manually fold in. Under the hood of this model here, as you can see, we have the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine. In this application, it produces 180 horsepower and about 199 pound-feet of torque. This is of course front-wheel drive, and is controlled through that 8-speed automatic transmission. On average, this vehicle gets around 30 miles per gallon, with city and highway numbers coming in at 27 city and 34 respectively. Alright guys, and the last thing to go through is going to be the window sticker for this vehicle. As you can see, it's a 2024 Active front-wheel drive Escape with the 1.5 liter EcoBoost with start-stop engine through an 8-speed automatic transmission finished in Carbonized Gray Metallic over the Ebony Unique Cloth seats. As you can see, if you want, you can kind of have a look at what this vehicle comes with standard, which is pretty nice. And then right below that, this vehicle does not have any options on there. And so with that being said, the base price for this particular one is $29,495, and with a $1,495 destination delivery charge, the MSRP for this one comes out to $30,990. Of course, you do have some additional extras on here, which as you can see, which adds about $2,500 worth of accessories for a total of $33,474. Of course, like I mentioned, this vehicle is fuel efficient, coming in at 27 city, 34 highway, and 30 combined, and an overall vehicle score by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration of 5 out of 5 stars. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford Escape Active. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.